Good evening, all. Hope you all are doing well and having a great Saturday evening. I wanted to come to you really quickly and give you one last check-in video to kind of serve as a wrap-up for the course. I want to give you a couple of reminders, and then I want to give you some final parting thoughts as we wrap up this, what has been a very crazy and very busy summer semester together. So first, a couple of reminders. The first thing I want to let you know before I get into reminders is I am actively grading your response paper number 2. I graded a good bit of them today, and I'll finish grading. I'm hoping to finish grading them tomorrow and have those final grades available to you. Do note that with this response paper number 2, I am not giving you line-by-line feedback. I'm simply giving you a final end comment that will be available in Turnitin. Just as you've been reviewing the other feedback I've given you on other assignments, you'll just launch Turnitin and then view the end comment there. Again, my goal is to try to have those finished tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll be early next week when I have those finalized. Okay, so on to some announcements. Your final exam period started as of 12:01 a.m. this morning, and you will be able to take the final exam anytime between now and the 22nd at 11:59. So again, you have a good bit of time to take it. It does not have to be proctored. All you have to do is go into the quiz setting and take it. There is a study guide available in the content section. It is very much almost identical in structure, or I think it is identical in structure to the midterm itself. But do make sure to go in, take a look at the study guide, be familiar with some of the questions that are mentioned there, because they will show up in some form, in some iteration in the exam setting itself. Because again, just like the midterm, you'll have the multiple choice part, and then you'll have the short response portion that I will actually go through and grade and finalize to finalize the exam grade itself. Speaking of which, I will be grading your exams as they come in. I'll be doing them in batches, probably a couple at a time, because I want to get those done as quick as I can, because, this goes on to my next reminder, your final grades for this course are due by the 24th. So your exam period ends on the 22nd, final grades are due to eCore by the 24th. So you will have your final course grades no later than the 24th. It'll probably be that morning, because grades are due to eCore by 24th at noon. That's actually a calendar. It's actually in our course calendar. So do just keep that in mind as you're heading into the next week. That's kind of what the timeline is going to be. I mentioned to y'all before in a previous video that my turnaround time between exams ending and grades being due is short. It's roughly 24 hours. So just make sure to keep that in mind. Again, I'll let you all know when final grades are posted and finalized. I'll post an announcement just to let you know about that. And the last reminder I want to give you is the course evals. A good number of you have already done that. I really do appreciate it and look forward to seeing your feedback. If you haven't had time to take that course eval and to give meaningful feedback to both me, but also the folks that develop the content for this course at eCore, please take that eval. Fill it out, give me feedback, give the folks at eCore feedback, so that we can continue to improve this course as we move forward into future semesters. And I really do value that feedback, and I do make changes to the course and the way that I teach it and the kind of feedback I give and things like that, moving into later semesters with other groups that I'll teach. And then my final thoughts to you. It has been a very busy summer. Again, we're still living in COVID days. It's very difficult to do really anything during a pandemic. I said this to my class in the spring when I taught online, and I say it to you. This has been a hard time for everyone, I think, to varying degrees. But I do want to just say that it has, been a pleasure and a privilege to be your instructor for this course. I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know all of you, even though I haven't met you face to face. I've enjoyed getting to know you through your work, through your emails to me. It's really been a privilege and a pleasure to teach you for this course. I've really enjoyed the time that I've been able to spend with you. As you move forward throughout next semester and future courses you take, there are 2 things I hope you take with you from this course. One, the feedback that I've given to you about your writing. That feedback can be applicable to anything that you'll do in the future with writing. Because one of the things that I've probably mentioned in other videos and maybe even comments that I've given you on your assignments is that writing is a process. It takes a long time to really improve as a writer to large degrees. You're going to always improve steadily over the course of time. The more you write, the better it will get. But you have to keep in mind that it's a process, and you also have to be open to the feedback that anyone will give you, whether it's a professor, classmate, or whoever it might be. So keep that feedback in mind. Keep in mind that it is meant with it's meant to be constructive, and it's meant to be really helpful to you as you move forward. And keep that in mind, not just what I've given to you, but also what professors will give you in the future. And the second thing that I hope you take from this course is that learning about literature and learning about texts that are old, that can actually be fun. That's one of the things that I think is really interesting about studying literature is that, a lot of it is dated. A lot of it is, maybe written in a way that you maybe wouldn't approach. I imagine some of you probably feel that way about Whitman and Dickinson. But there are also some really important things to glean from those older texts, and even from some of the ones that are a little more current to present day in terms of when they were written. And I'm thinking specifically of Toni Morrison and James Baldwin and some of the writers that we studied in this last unit. A lot of what they wrote about in their texts, and one, they're still being taught and studied, but two, those themes are still very present in our current day. And continue to be more and more meaningful and purposeful every day as time moves forward. So I hope that you'll take from this class that studying literature and approaching literature can be fun, it can be engaging, and you can take something from it even if you might not be the biggest fan of it. Okay. So I wish you all the very best as you finish up the course. Again, the final exam's it. That's all you've got. And I will get these response paper number 2s back to you as quick as I possibly can. I wish you all the best. Again, it's been an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to teach you this summer. And again, if you need anything throughout the upcoming week, reach out to me in GoView through our email, reach out to me through my Westgate email. Again, I'm here to help in any way that I can. Take care and have a good evening.